Hey traders and investors, it's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth for another daily market recap. Today is Tuesday, February 16th, and in today's video we're going to be discussing the NEXE stock, NEXE, and we'll look at some news and just an overall overview of the company, and then we'll go into some individual tickers and we'll look at the chart for NEXE. And we'll look at the broader market as well. But before we jump into today's content, make sure to smash the like and consider subscribing to the channel. And just as a reminder, I am nursing a broken hand, so bear with me as the format is a little different. So we didn't really have much in terms of market moving news, so we'll keep this video a little shorter today. But essentially, NEXE is a compostable, plant-based, patented single-serve beverage pod, which is essentially replacing the Keurig and getting rid of plastic. So you can check out who they are. You can just go to their about page here. Excuse me. Rethink what's possible. So we are an innovative materials company that designs, manufactures, and leverages disruptive technology to make plant-based products. Founded in 2015, the company leveraged 3D printing to design, prototype, and patent the world's first compostable single-serve coffee pod born out of the need to replace non-biodegradable plastic. Then we also had a news article come out here today that NEXE Innovations, a leader in innovative plant-based materials, science, and manufacturing technologies, has begun the development of a prototype of compostable disposable face masks, so the NEXE Mask. I believe I'm saying that right. In response to the ongoing COVID, almost said it, and to the overall global situation that we have at hand. So pretty cool. Stock was getting smashed today, so a little bit of a sell the news event. But we'll take a look at the chart here. So on the daily time frame, we had a daily bull flag that confirmed, and we had a higher low every candle for the last 5 days, and we broke that low today. So as soon as we lost the low of 477, that confirmed daily consolidation. We would have lost the hourly uptrend as well. Yes, we did. We lost EMA 12 and 26, so we could be seeing a bear cross of those EMAs. But you can see here we had these higher lows and higher highs, and after coming off of a potential $6 test, we got to 590. We saw a huge rejection, and we lost that hourly uptrend. Daily consolidation is underway. So at this point, NEXE is going to be on my watch list for tomorrow as a potential day trade. So we are in a daily uptrend, and we have daily support here at 370, and we have EMA 12 there as well, sitting at $4, and $4 psychological should be a nice bounce area in my opinion. Maybe a flush of $4 may provide a nice entry and look to get it close to 370. So this is going to be a nice play tomorrow for an possible hourly oversold bounce. You can see that we pulled back, had a fairly red day, bearish engulfing candle, and just gave it all back. So we saw a huge reversal today. We could likely see more downside tomorrow, a potential gap down. If SPY, which we'll look at here in a second, is weak again tomorrow, then that could accelerate the downside. But essentially, the play I'm going to be looking at tomorrow is hourly oversold while in a daily uptrend. So we'll look for a potential hourly oversold bounce. We had an hourly bear flag that confirmed into the end of the day here. And like I said, a potential EMA 12 and 26 bear cross. So I'll be watching for this tomorrow at hourly oversold. And I'll just set a little reminder for myself as well before I forget, but essentially like to get it as close to 370 as possible. So the play tomorrow would be off EMA 12, maybe scale in one order at $4, another one at 390, another one at 380, and try to get it as close to 370 as possible. Set your stop below 370. That is one way to play it. Depending on how much we gap down, we could gap down below 370, so we'll have to just wait and see how we open pre-market. But after that, we have no support down until 268. We also have EMA 26 at 339. So hard to imagine that we go straight to 268 from here. But we'll take a look at the weekly charts So we don't really have much established here. The stochastic is bullish, and we are above the 10-week moving average, which is down at $3. And we don't have anything established on the moving averages because it is a fairly new ticker. And on the daily, again, not much established for moving averages on the daily. And on the VWAP on the daily down at around 320. We have the 20-day moving average as well down at 375. So 375, 370, I think is going to be a potential hourly oversold entry. So again, this will just be for a potential quick flip. I'm not fully sold on the product yet, on the company, and it's run a little too hot for me. So I'm not going to enter anything long-term at this point, but we've been holding the weekly VWAP on this move, and since its inception, and we're finally starting to see a bit more weakness, and we'll see how we open tomorrow. But I like the odds of a potential gap down and flush of $4, and we'll be entering on hourly oversold. And this is coming off of an all-time high as well, so should be a decent bounce once we get going. Just want to zoom into the 5-minute. So 5-minute in a clear downtrend as well. And we did touch 5-minute oversold a couple of times and closed near the low of the day. Very, very weak close. So like I said, watching that set up for tomorrow. On the bear list, we had SPCE, BB, GME, INSG. So I sold my BlackBerry position this morning, and we had EMA 26 at 1241, and we closed at 1221 near the low of the day, and currently down another 10 cents here after hours, but wasn't liking what I was seeing. We couldn't get the daily bounce underway and was looking to see a break of that inside bar and was seeing weakness. So I bailed this morning for a very, very small loss. I think I took like a 1% loss on that, but just not overall impressed with the bulls here. And if we see SPY weakness again, that could accelerate that. But wasn't the bounce that I was expecting, and personally, I will sit on the sidelines for now. On the bull list, we had Riot, DFLY, CWeb, AC. So Riot continues to astound everybody who's watching this chart. We had a daily bull flag that confirmed back here on the 10th, and it's just been a higher low every candle and some gaps in the chart. So personally, I wouldn't be entering this name. We are very extended on all time frames, and on the monthly RSI, I think we're over 90 at this point. We're at 92.5, thereabouts. And the hourly EMA 12 is going to be the guide here. If you are in this name and you're wondering if you want to take profits, I'd just be using hourly EMA 12 as a nice visual guide. And like I said, if we lost the hourly EMA 12, that would be a significant momentum shift to the bears. But crazy move off of the March lows at 51 cents. That is impressive. I'll just do it from 58 cents here. But essentially 100x your money. So $1,000 into $100,000 from March till now. Not a bad return. Not a bad return at all. So moving on, we'll take a look at SPY. So SPY on the daily, we had a notable weekday today after setting a new all-time high into pre-market. This morning we were seeing a nice gap up, and then we faded all of pre-market, and then into regular trading hours we had this sort of broadening pattern with pre-market as well. You can see here it was just a type of megaphone pattern. Draw it out something like that, and we were just in a 5-minute downtrend. You can see we had lower highs and lower lows. And then on this bounce here, straight from support to resistance, didn't form any 5-minute higher lows, straight into a lower low. 5-minute downtrend continued. And then here's when we had the momentum shift back to the bulls. So we had the low, high, higher low, 5-minute uptrend confirmed, and essentially just went in chop mode and sideways for the rest of the day, but ultimately ended here in a 5-minute downtrend. We'll just take off extended hours and finding resistance there at EMA 12. Saw some decent bear volume there into the end of the day as well, but no major red flags at this point. And taking a look at the hourly, let's take extended hours off. So we are still holding the hourly uptrend. We have EMA 12 again as a nice visual guide. So we have the higher lows, higher high. We have the higher low here at 391.53 and a potential lower high being set compared to 394.16. And if we lose the low here of 391.53, that's going to confirm an hourly downtrend, and likely daily consolidation will be underway at that point. But we need to lose the low of the previous daily candle as well. We're back into that pattern, higher low every candle for the last 4 days after coming off essentially 8 days in a row without a higher low. We formed one here, and now we're back into that pattern 4 days now with a higher low. So we'll need to break that pattern to be confident that daily higher lows, or that daily consolidation, is going to take place. But pretty much same thing with QQQ. Very, very similar. So if we lose 334.35, that confirms. We didn't really bounce much here on the hourly though. So we'll want to see a bigger bounce at this point to be confirmed an hourly downtrend. But we'll just monitor the daily chart. If we lose the low of the previous day, then that will be daily consolidation signal that we need to be confident that we could be seeing some more downside. EMA 12 will look as a potential support level as well. Taking a look at the dollar. So the dollar is topping out here at EMA 12 and 26. It's trying to fight off a bear cross, and it's doing quite well so far. But into the beginning of the morning, we saw notable strength in the dollar, and we went from 5-minute oversold to very, very overbought in a very short period of time. You can see here we were just straight up, didn't form any support at all on the 5-minute, and then we went into a 5-minute downtrend, but ultimately held that very well. And at this point, we're just looking for daily higher lows, still in the daily uptrend. And we had support at 90.04, which held. We got as low as 90.11. So we'll see. We got a couple hours left in, just under a couple hours left in this daily candle. So we'll see if bulls can continue the move into tomorrow. Other than that, we'll take a look. So silver was getting whipsawed all day, currently down 1.3%. Gold, same deal. Rejected at EMA 12, and silver started its daily consolidation after holding EMA 12. And like I said, gold has been consolidating for the last, we had an inside bar there on Friday, but we've been consolidating now for about 5 days, and we have 1785 support coming into play. So we'll be watching that level. And 1764 on the weekly support. So we dipped below EMA 12 on silver, but ultimately daily consolidation underway, and we need to change the 4-hour trend back to an uptrend to be confident that those are our daily higher lows being set. But we have 2 inside bars on watch at the moment. Very, very choppy right now on silver. I unloaded my SLV position, just not liking the setup and the narrative around shortages in actual physical silver to fulfill the amount of silver that they are promising in that trust. So personally, if it's not physical silver, with silver being manipulated so much that it is, I'm just going to sit on the sidelines for now. Pretty much all cash going into tomorrow. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Taking a look at oil. So oil is over $60, and again, I've been highlighting this for a while now, but we could be seeing this resistance, and it goes all the way back to all-time highs. You can draw that out. We've yet to break above it, and you can see here we're right there. So it's decision time. So if we do break above, we could anticipate a likely back test based on how extended we are on some shorter time frames, but monthly is not yet overbought, but weekly very overbought. And we haven't consolidated on the weekly since all the way down here at 33.67. So daily high or low and bull flag confirmed. We'll want to lose the 4-hour uptrend to be confident that daily consolidation is underway. But we did lose the low of on Friday, 59.61. We had 59.36. And just watching this monthly chart here as a potential top out zone, you can draw that resistance all the way back to June 2008. So it should be interesting going into tomorrow. Again, hourly EMAs are going to be a nice visual guide. If we lose those into tomorrow and we confirm hourly downtrends, then we'll be scouting daily consolidation and daily higher lows. But other than that, no major red flags at this point. And I'm going to wrap it up there. So I will do another video here in a few moments for the Canadian and US MJ sector. I did a video earlier on today about that as well. So Hexo is buying Zenabis, and huge bounce in APHA and Tilray. And that came after my video on Friday as well, saying whether or not we should buy the dip in cannabis stocks. And if you did buy the dip, you're probably sitting there with a huge smile on your face. So thanks again for joining us on The Pursuit of Wealth, and we'll see you a little bit later for an MJ sector check-in, and we'll see you tomorrow for another daily market recap. Take care, everyone, and we'll talk to you again soon.